I love looking through the workshop, and you guys seem to love seeing things from the workshop, so much so that a video I posted of me looking at workshop taunts at the end of last year or something like that randomly gets thrown into everyone's recommended feeds over and over again, and people are still clicking it like crazy, and it's actually outperforming some of my newer videos, and that video is quite old now. In fact, I just went and checked, it was from June last year, over a year ago, and it's still being recommended loads. Anyway, before we get into this video, I just want to remind you guys that if you're watching this video and enjoying the content that I'm making and you're not subscribed, please click the button. I'd really appreciate that. We're getting crazy close to 100k now, so I just want to say a huge thank you. And with that, let's move on to the workshop taunts. So this first one is called The Little NG That Could. I'm guessing it's based off The Little Engine That Could, but I don't really know that all that much. But generally, this taunt is pretty cool. I think I actually showed the engineer driving a tractor in one of my videos, but his own little steam train would also be quite nice if they don't want to give him a tractor for some reason. It might stand out a little bit in TF2 to be completely honest, but I really don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, especially because it is just like an emote or a taunt, so he's not going to be doing that all the time. It is a super well animated taunt. It doesn't feel janky, it doesn't look janky or jarring or whatever when I'm looking at it, which is quite good. And I think this would be a pretty nice taunt to come into the game. Next up we have the power press, and honestly I think the heavy needs this taunt. I know he already has the dumbbell one where he does bicep curls or whatever, but another type of workout to actually kind of show to people how strong the heavy actually is would be pretty awesome. People always just kind of assume he's fat, but he's not fat, he's ridiculously strong, and if you see people who are breaking all of these lifting records, they're all that big. You look at Eddie Hall, for example, who broke the deadlift record at some point, he's massive. But that is literally all muscle. It's ridiculously scary too. And okay, moving back to the taunt a little bit, I got distracted. Moving back to the taunt a little bit, I think it would fit perfectly in TF2. I think there's already some weights that are in some locker rooms on certain maps. So, you know, having a weight bar in there as well wouldn't be the end of the world, and, you know, it would fit in. Next up, we have the Lazy Lounger. Now, this taunt is incredible. I never knew why the NG was the only one who could actually relax. I get that it was a joke about his sentry probably doing all of the work, I guess, but the sniper deserves to be able to relax once in a while as well. So that's why I think this taunt is perfect. I mean, while he's sitting in a little sniper perch or something, why not lie and chill for a bit? I don't know. I feel like this taunt perfectly showcases who the sniper is as well, which I love. Again, I'd love to see this one in game. Chilling on the roof of Harvest right now sounds pretty cool. We've had a couple really warm days in England, so actually having like a drink and lying in the sun sounds pretty good. Next up we have this taunt, and it is called the Condescending Clap. A lot of people complain that taunts are becoming more like emotes recently. Well, I don't think with this one anyone can complain about that. I think I'd be so mad if I got killed and then somebody did this to me. It's like the perfect you tried taunt, and I need it. The guys who made this geared it a lot towards competitive, I've noticed, but it would still work in casual. You just don't have the huge stage at the end saying that you're the best. Imagine if they actually put that in casual. That would be quite cool. I think this would make me the most annoyed I've ever been in TF2, so you guys would get to watch that, I guess. Either way, it's a really cool taunt, and I'd love to see it in game. And finally, we have the Arsonist Gallop, which is like the way the pyro feels like he's walking when he's in Pyroland, but without Pyroland, which would be incredible. I think it's quite funny that we never actually see the pyro actually dancing around like he's in Pyroland in the real game, and I know that is the point, and only the pyro sees that, but letting people see a little bit what the pyro sees actually in the game and kind of understand a bit more about the pyro would be quite funny. Even if it only is in a taunt or something, it still shows quite a lot of who the pyro actually is and who the teammates really see him as. Or I guess don't see him as. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching the video. What do you guys think about all of these taunts? Do you want to see them in game? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you leave it a like and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like I said before, super close to hitting 100,000, and I just want to see how quickly we can reach it, if at all. So thank you if you are subscribing off this video, or if you've just recently subscribed, or if you've been subscribed for ages. It means a lot to me, man. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.